This is Snake, the game that was on every phone in 2003. Here it is in all its blocky monochrome glory. I thought to myself, why don't I ruin something that doesn't need fixing? I wanted to make Snake, but in 3D. And not the kind where it's just 3D shapes moving in a flat plane. No, I wanted the full, terrifying, headache-inducing 3D movement in all 3 dimensions. How hard could that be? Well, let's find out. So I did what everybody does in 2024. I went straight to ChatGPT to make it do all the hard work for me. It is the coding assistant that we never knew we needed and now are 100% relevant to. Who needs the right kinds of code and look up hyper-specific YouTube tutorials from genius coders in India when you have a robot friend that does it all for you? Thanks, technology. First, I asked ChatGPT to help me get some 3D objects on the screen. And look at that, some cubes and a sphere. We are basically in Minecraft. Now things were going smoothly until suddenly, boom. ChatGPT switched to an older model and gave me some code that looked like a ransom note written by a toddler. Honestly, it was like ChatGPT had just gone off on holiday and sent its inbred cousin to take over. So I did the only reasonable thing. I paid the corporate overlords to get the new Ramadi. Because I need the good stuff. Thank you very much. And now it was all sunshine and rainbows again. It has this fancy canvas coding feature which can update the code here line by line instead of outputting everything all at once again. So it made way less mistakes, making the development far easier. And you just prompt it at the side here. Every time I do a ChatGPT coding video, ChatGPT is just getting better and better and better, even from a few months ago. I cannot wait to see where we're going to be hitting another year from now. So after fixing some bugs and massaging ChatGPT's ego, cause it can be a lot of a diva, we got it working. Well, sort of. Okay, maybe working is a strong word. It's hard.
I didn't know which direction the snake will turn when I push the arrow keys. I'd set it up so that the controls change with the dimension, but this is too hard. I can never steer in the direction of the food, let alone get close to it. I'm just guessing and hoping that it goes the way I want. And it never does, and this became extremely frustrating.
Too hard for my fragile brain to handle. The snake is refusing to cooperate. It's like trying to convince a cat to take a bath. It's got its own agenda, and that agenda is chaos. So I tried to make it easier, which brings us to first-person view mode. That's right, I strapped a GoPro to the snake's head. And not that it helped at all. In fact, it actually made things worse. It's like trying to steer a missile from inside another missile. I couldn't orientate myself or control the snake to get any of the food. Look at this. I can't tell where I am, and then I hit a wall because I made the walls invisible so I cannot see them.
Then I thought maybe third-person viewer mode, and that was slightly better to be able to see where you are, but still a nightmare to be able to control, as I still could not make it do what I wanted to do. No idea which way it would turn when I pushed the buttons because of that stupid dimension switching aspect.
Alright, so FPV mode, it didn't work out. What's next? Well, I made the food big. And I mean big. Because precision is overrated. It's like feeding a real snake a marshmallow the size of a house. Easy to find, hard to miss. So now, even Apple Maps could navigate to pick up their food. Next challenge was ghosting cubes at dead snakes. It was like the snake was haunting itself. So I asked ChatGPT to fix it, and it had a stroke. It bricked itself. It was stuck in a loop over and over and over, outputting the same thing. Fail, 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 fail. I eventually managed to stop this never-ending loop. But now it wouldn't let me submit anything new to it. Just a broken grayed out stop button. It just sat there staring into the void. Like me on a Monday morning. The point where ChatGPT is so overwhelmed it has just given up on life. Just because frequently I do the same doesn't mean that Robots can. They are supposed to be better than us and not have anxiety-induced panic attack seizures. Alright, once we got over the whole existential crisis thing, I had to start a completely new chapter. I added in some cool effects. Look at this. We have glow now. It's from a module called Unreal Bloom Pass. It's a fantastic way to make the snake look luminous. Like it's radioactive. Because if you're gonna make a 3D snake, why not make it give you superpowers? Or possibly radiation poisoning. Oh, and the food now pulses. Because what's better than a glowing spear? A pulsing glowing spear. And I've gotta keep your brain rotten attention spans somehow. After a few more tweaks, fine-tuning the cube size, adjusting controls, and some more visual appeal, adding the blue outline to the side for orientation because my brain kept forgetting which way was up. I can finally say that this game is actually kind of fun. Unlike every other game I've made on this channel, this one, surprisingly, doesn't make me want to never touch code again. Progress! And there we have it. 3D Snake, but make it shiny. It's actually pretty fun once you get the hang of it. The key was having this blue outline be a home base as such. Something for your brain to hold on to.
And not having dimension switching controls.
Because otherwise it was just pure migraines. If you want to have a go playing the game, let me know. Or maybe I'll stick it on itch.io or something. Just don't blame me if you have an aneurysm afterwards. If you enjoyed this video, you can go and watch other fun videos on my channel, and hopefully I can earn your sub. And remember, 3D snakes are scarier than 2D ones. But ChatGPT is scarier than both.